Hello everybody, welcome back to Arthenex Plays Factorio with lots of mods. Well, I am ready to turn this thing on. So I did a lot of, obviously did a lot of building on it. I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on and we'll kind of follow it through so you can see how it works. And I probably missed something here or there that will cause me to have to fix it on the fly, which is why I want to watch it anyway. But we'll see. Alright, so we're going to turn this on. We're going to set this to Jovite ore crushing. Alright, so the Jivolite. The Jivolite ore comes in. It gets crushed. Then the stone gets pulled out, set down the belt with the rest of the stone. The Jivolite comes in here. This is temporary. Eventually, when I get this in here, after I upgrade these, I'm going to remove this and send this straight down here instead. But for now, it's getting split up, so it goes into the flotation cells. The flotation cells are outputting the chunks and the gems. The chunks are coming down here, so the chunks have to get sorted. Just like the crushed ore gets sorted, except this time it's going to give us 5 different outputs. So the gems pass down all the way through there, and then they wind up in these storage containers. Meanwhile, the sorted ore comes down here, or the sorted chunks turn into unsorted ore, which comes down here and gets sorted by the filter inserters. So first the iron gets pulled off, then the copper gets pulled off, then the zinc gets pulled off, then the aluminum gets pulled off, and what's left on the line is the slag, which goes in here. So then this looks like this is a friggin' rat's nest in here. But the point is that these are then merged onto 4 lines, each having one different mineral on them. The iron just goes in here to a second iron processing area. The copper is coming down here where it is getting processed in these electrochemical furnaces, and it's we're making copper ore and what is this other thing? Cobalt oxide. So yeah, and you can see the copper and the cobalt oxide are getting made. So the copper ore is going down to join up with the main copper line. I thought about mixing it with the zinc to make brass immediately, but I eventually decided that it was too difficult to work out the ratios. So even though I don't really, I mean, it would have been better from an efficiency standpoint to mix it here and then put the zinc on the put the brass on the bus rather than the zinc, but I decided, you know, I'd already spent enough time thinking about this, so I just put the zinc on the bus and the copper on the bus, and I'll mix them up at the location. Anyway, so the cobalt oxide, we have no use for it right now, so it's going to get stored. And then here we have the zinc. So you need stone and carbon in order to mix with that. So the stone is coming from the stone input. The carbon is actually getting pulled off of this with a filter inserter. I actually used that trick twice. So I have half a line of carbon feeding a line and a half, but I'm not using that much of it, so it should be okay. So yeah, you can see the carbon's getting pulled off that line with a filter inserter. So hopefully we won't have a carbon crunch down here, because it'd be really annoying to fix if that turns out to be a bottleneck. And then again, the carbon is getting pulled off of this line to go down here where we're making aluminum. So the zinc comes in. You just need zinc and sulfuric acid to make zinc. So here's the sulfuric acid. And hopefully there's enough sulfuric acid. There's really not that much. So we may wind up using all of it. But there should be more getting made. I'll come up and look at the sulfur in a minute. In the meantime, the aluminum. So I really overkilled it on the aluminum production. And I realized that. But I just wasn't sure what the ratio was going to be, and I decided it was better safe than sorry. So, yeah, this is super overkill, but oh well. So the aluminum gets turned into alumina and comes down here. At least it's expandable, right? It gets turned into... so you need, in order to make alumina, you need the lithium that stuff called? Oh, sodium hydroxide, which, if you recall, the sodium hydroxide we make when we do the saltwater electrolysis to make the hydrogen chloride way back a long time ago. Remember I said that we would need this for something else. Well, what you need it for is smelting aluminum. So here we're taking the aluminum ore and mixing it with this sodium hydroxide, and it's turning into this thing called alumina, which comes down here to the electrolyzers. And the electrolyzers take alumina and carbon, and they're on two different belts for no real good reason, but they just are. And they make aluminum plate. And then all of this, so we got aluminum, iron, copper, and zinc. All of this is coming up here. So the iron I'm putting on its own belt because I had an extra iron belt and I figured why not. The copper is getting mixed in with the regular copper, and the zinc and aluminum are going on the bus. So now if you recall, what I had said was that as soon as I get some aluminum, I was going to replace, so let's see, how much aluminum was that? 162. So I need 240. I'm going to replace those Mark I flotation cells with Mark II flotation cells and get the entire Jevolite mining operation underway rather than just part of it. So we're now up to 202. I'm just going to run back along the line here and collect 216, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. All right. Probably missing other stuff as well. But, so we're going to use that aluminum to make the Mark II flotation cells, and then we'll have enough flotation capacity to do the second set of ore crushers. You can see, you actually can't see unless I do that, but you can see, oh, interesting. So yeah, this is a problem. So obviously there's not enough purified water. I knew there would be something that would be wrong. There always is. Yeah. Clearly not enough purified water. So let's see what's happening with the purified water. Always a hiccup with something. I was going to go take a look at that anyway. So only 2 of these are working. And you are not working because you're not getting enough sulfuric wastewater. And you are not working. That is... You are not working. Why? There's plenty of purified water in here. Purified water is getting stored rather than used. What's going on here? So I think what I want to do is get a pump. So we'll put a pump there. And that's forcing more water into here. Is there not enough capacity in the pipes, I wonder? Try and force more purified water down here. How's that looking? It's better, but still not that great. Yeah, like all of the purified water is being used. What about the waste? The sulfuric wastewater is fine. Let's let's make a couple more pumps and see if we can force the purified water. Let's see. Stick that there, stick that there. What's the purified water level in here? Not great. So if I put one of these pumps here. Okay. Alright, now more of them are turning on. Like I just need to encourage this, all this purified water to move in the right direction. So let's put a pump here. Yeah, because the pipe is full up here. It is definitely not full over here, although it is slowly filling up. So I wonder if there's like some back pressure in the system that was causing this not to work out as well. That's filling up. That's filling up. Okay, this is starting to fill up a little bit more. Okay. Maybe more purified water down here. There's still only a trickle that's making it all the way down there, so maybe we should get another pump. We don't have that much, we don't have any power out here at the moment, but I can run some power. I really probably want this one to the side. Doesn't have a lot of pumping speed. Sure. Let's make some Mark II pumps. They have 3 times the pumping speed. So let's replace these with Mark II pumps and see if that helps. Oh, and I should probably... because we're also going to need purified water down here. So let's make another Mark II pump. And probably put one there too, I guess, huh? Okay, so those are all green. Okay, now the problem is this is backing up. So we're going to need some pumps going the other direction for the wastewater. What about this? That's still not green. Is this pipe full? No. Definitely not. Okay, well let's make some more of these Mark II pumps. They're cheap. And we'll put some in here going the other direction. We'll put one there. One there. Okay, so now all of these are working. Yep, you're not... Okay, so now we need... So we'll put one there. And maybe what we'll do is every time we have one of these pumps, we'll put up one going the opposite direction. It is a long pipe, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. Alright, so these are all green now. Okay, there seems to be, these seem to be full of purified water, and this is not quite empty yet. And that's emptying out nicely, and that's filling up nicely. Down here, all of these are working, except for that one, which doesn't have an inserter. Alright, so we got a lot of crushed jovite that built up down here. So in theory, this should not come anywhere close to satisfying all of these. But, alright, so some of them are starting to turn off. Now the back couple are starting to turn off. Are we low on power? Because those inserters are not picking up what they should. Yeah, we are low on power. Okay. That explains it. Okay. Well, we have room in here. let's go ahead and go sort out the power situation. Hopefully for the last time before we are going to switch to solar. So hopefully this will be the last time we have to use steel or boilers. But I am going to need some boilers. So let's grab... of those and 15 of those. And how are we doing on pipe? More pipe. Let's have some iron, some steel, some stone. Okay. Doesn't look like the sulfur is backing up, so that's good. I'm sure we're using all of the sulfuric acid though. Okay, so let's come over here. And we'll do another row. Fortunately, this lake is big enough that I can do another row without too much difficulty. We're going to need 10 more offshore pumps as well. Like we're done building the steam engines. Dropped, they are here. Okay, and the boilers. Use up that pump that we picked up. Boilers. Offshore pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 10. Okay. Boilers. That's obviously we need more boilers. I did my math wrong. So it should be 30 boilers, not 15. And inserters. Okay. We just need pipe. So where we can make direct connections, we will. Where we can't, we'll get as close as we can. this one. And this one. Okay. Side's all hooked up. Now the other side. That one up here. And this one. Alright, so we got 3 missing. Two, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, and the last one. Alright. There we go. All right. Wait for this available performance to tick up. How's power look now? Much better. All right. When you see your inserters that aren't inserting, that's a sure sign that power is failing. All right, let's take a look. How's this looking now? Feel like I may have miscalculated the number of these things that I would need. It sure seems like this is not going to be enough. Well, oh, I need more stone. Stone is here. Nope, that's regular stone. More stone brick. Where did it put it? There it is. Okay. We'll see what it looks like when it's turned off. I'm just going to go ahead and pick these all up. The reason why I picked them up, in case you are not following, is that it takes one of the previous ones to make... It takes a Mark 1 to make a Mark 2. So I'm not planning on keeping the Mark 1, so I might as well pick them up before I upgrade them. Alright. Short. Alright. What am I short here? I need... Somehow I miscounted the aluminum. Counted it out so carefully, too. There's plenty of aluminum here. Alright, this is starting to get backed up, though. Alright, so if my initial calculations were correct, I'd only be using half of these. Instead, I'm using most of them. So there's definitely something screwy with it. I mean, it looks like I might need fast inserters. Like pausing. A few more of them are starting to turn off. Well, I have to better go start using some of this stuff. So I think what I'll do for now. Just move this by hand back to the beginning. And we'll see. You know, if necessary, I can just leave it like that. I mean, zinc's already totally backed up. Aluminum is not. So we're going to wind up storing a lot of this zinc. There's just no way around it because there's no way I'm going to be able to use it all. It's not worthless, but it's not particularly useful either. So we'll set this up like this. We're probably going to wind up storing a lot of the aluminum too. So I kind of want to put that up here where I can grab it because you actually use aluminum for production purposes. So I'm going to put that in a chest. Rather than the silo. And we'll wire it up. So that if we start getting aluminum shortage, we won't pull it off anymore. Okay. All right, and it looks like that's going to bring me to the end of this episode. Next up is robots. So I may get some of that set up off camera and then show it to you. I also have to fix, I think, let's see. What are we having a shortage of over here? Plastic. Right. I also have to go get some more oil. So that's actually probably going to be the next project, is to go get some more oil. Looking at the map, there's a big oil field up here. That looks like the closest one. There's another one over here. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be the next project, is to go get some more oil. So I might do some prep work for that, you know, set up the station down here, but I'll try and I'll probably use Farl to build track out there. I can kind of go straight up from here. So I'll definitely show you guys that once I get Farl going. All right, so I'll see you guys then. Until then, have a terrific day.